Football Dad's Army showing an emphatic win for Arsenal the weekend against Crystal Palace. No one knew this was coming. Everyone thought because we knocked them out of the cup, they're going to want their revenge against Arsenal at Selhurst Park, but it weren't to be. Arsenal get another 5 goals against Palace. And Jesus, getting a brace again. Where's this player been all season? Heaven only knows. Havertz on the score sheet. Who else was it? Martinelli getting one as well. And Declan Rice. What a player he's becoming. I think he's a fantastic player. And well worth the 105 million that we paid for him. That people were frowning on us about. But I think we're a different team with him in the team as well. I think he's brought so much more than anyone ever believed that he's brought to the club. People are arguing about him being an 8 or a 6. Is Declan Rice a 6 or is he an 8? Listen, he can be both. He can be both. He can sit and play that holding number 6 role, and he can also play that box-to-box dynamic number 8 role, as we've seen in certain games, and he can get up and down the pitch box-to-box. Reminds me a little bit of, of the Vieira at Arsenal, where he used to win the ball back and drive and then sometimes score as well. I think he's not as good as Vieira, don't get it twisted. I'm not trying to compare him or put him in that bracket yet, but I'm telling you now, the potential is there, and Declan Rice for me is one of our talisman. He's definitely one of our talisman. Bukayo Saka looks like he's going to be out for a few weeks because he's got an hamstring injury. He went off injured in that game, which is a pity because we're a different team with him in it, or without him as well. And we can tell we've got these core players that we're not the same. That's why the bench ain't strong enough. When Odegaard was missing, we was shit. If Declan Rice is missing, we're not the same team. If Partey's forced to play at right back, we're not the same team. If Saka's out of it, we're not the same team. We do need to address this. January transfer window coming up. A couple of players reinforce us. We definitely need a striker. We definitely need a number 9. We've been saying it since the summer. We haven't even replaced Aubameyang correctly yet. So we definitely need a number 9 and perhaps some kind of winger. Maybe a winger that can play on both sides. Martinelli, I know he scored the weekend, but he's regressed for me. Trossard has spurts of being a good player. You see his qualities. And in other games he goes missing. Odegaard's the same though. Odegaard, I was raving when he come back. I was raving for him because we looked dynamic again. We looked like a great team again when he first come back after that 12-game layoff. But as people have been saying, and as I've been saying in the past, he does tend to go missing every now and again. And, that is not the standards we want our club to be at. He needs a challenge. He needs someone so he keeps his standards up. So if his form drops off, he's not safe. Someone's in there to replace him. So we do need to still need to address a few positions in our squad, in my opinion. We never seem to do enough in the summer window, do we? We always come out of the summer window 2, maybe 3 players short every season. And it's the same old story that we just ain't got the right depth in the squad to take us over the line. And at the moment, even though we've won our last 2 games, both against Palace, I still think, the first half in that League Cup game was absolutely diabolical. I really, really don't believe we've got the right manager in Arteta anymore. I have absolutely turned my back on him. And I'd love to know what you think out there. You might think, a lot of fans are still behind him, and a lot of fans still think, we've got to stick with him. He's just got a new deal. He's safe, so we've got to stick with him anyway. There's no point in getting on his back. The ball are not going to sack him. He's untouchable. But, for me, to move like a big club, when he makes these mistakes like he makes, I think we have to look past him. But anyway, let's forget about the Arsenal game for a second. Let's look at the other results in the league. Man City and Man United both losing again. Spurs getting smashed against Liverpool at home. I can't believe it. It's been an emphatic weekend. I know Liverpool are still winning and they're still at the top of the table, but Chelsea dropped points as well against Everton. So it's looking a bit rosy before Christmas, you know. I know we've still got to catch Liverpool, but when you see Spurs, Man City and Man United all losing the same weekend, it proper cheers me up, man. Proper cheers me up. And, you know, it's just so satisfying to see the downfall and the demise of Manchester City. It just makes me feel like, because their fans have been so arrogant over the last 6 seasons, 7 years, say, when Pep's been there, and they think they're better than everybody else. Well, they have been better than everybody else, but the arrogance that goes with it. Some of the fans I've seen online, all the snobby toffee-nosed fans, think they have a go at Arsenal fans for thinking that we're entitled. Now you're seeing the fallout. Now you're seeing their true colours as well, and seeing how entitled they feel. They're crying about it. They want to sack Pep. He's won your 6 Prems, a Champions League. You want to sack Pep. You're going through a blip. I understand you can't seem to get going. You can't win a game. That's their own fault. That's their own fault for having to go at Arsenal with that 2-2 draw at the Etihad Stadium when Ireland, be humble, yeah, be humble. It's bit him in the arse. It's bit Man City in the arse. It's bit their fans in the arse. It's bit Pep in the arse. And now they want to decline. They're fucked. They're well out of the title race. I can't believe it. I'm over the moon about that. Spurs getting smashed as well. Cheer me right up. I've seen the meltdowns on YouTube about them as well. Everyone going ballistic. Not good enough, not good enough. I know. Now you know how it feels. And stop laughing at Arsenal. I'm laughing at you now. See you later.